eat, work, sleep, repeat, eat, work, sleep, repeat, eat, work, sleep, repeat. My name is Peggy, and I am a busyness addict in recovery. There's always just been too much to do and too little time to get it done. But I was moving fast and I was making things happen until one evening I came home from work exhausted and ravenous. So I opened the cupboard to find anything edible, and I landed on a bag of stale pistachio nuts. But I chomped them down, and before I knew it, I felt this pulling on my leg. I looked down. It was my cat, Dazzle, telling me, "Mommy, I haven't eaten in 10 hours either. Feed me." So I threw some kibbles into his dish and fell asleep on the couch. And next thing I know, I hear this horrific gagging noise. So I look up. It's my cat, Dazzle, throwing up pistachio nuts. Oh dear, I look down. I see remnants of cat food in my hand. I was on autopilot in a mindless haze, and I just ate cat food for dinner. Seriously, I love my fur baby. I love him to bits and pieces, and I could have killed my cat. After eating cat food for dinner, it was time I got brutally honest with myself. I was sabotaging my relationships, my health, my career. My husband left me. I had a stress-related heart attack, and I just ate pet food for dinner. Being a research geek, I decided to do my homework and to understand this problem of busyness. And after researching hundreds of people, here's what I learned. 75% of respondents were over the top busy, and they did not want to be. I was not alone. Busyness is a widespread problem, and 65% didn't have time to get their work done because their schedules were so overstuffed. But here's the stat that really stopped me. 64% didn't have time for basic self-care. With all this busyness, we are setting ourselves up for failure. But our hustle society tells us that busyness is good. It's a status symbol. It's a sign of importance. But the truth is, busyness is an addiction. Every time we get something done, we get a hit of adrenaline. So we do it again and again and again and again. And that is why busyness is so addictive. We are forever chasing the dopamine high. I refer to this condition as time poverty. Getting to the end of your day wondering, where'd the day go? And why didn't I have time for what I really wanted to do? It's time to stop treating busyness like a badge of honor and treat it for what it really is. A thief stealing everything precious and valuable to us as individuals, but also to us as organizations. We can choose meaning over mayhem. It's time to learn how to go beyond busy because it's not about layering one more thing in our day. That doesn't work. It's about doing less with intention, with focus, so we can achieve so much more, so we can be so much more. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. My busy busting framework. Step 1 in the busy busting framework is subtraction. It's about eliminating busy traps, those low value activities that get you to your end of your day feeling exhausted and like you got nothing done. Nancy, a colleague of mine, used subtraction to eliminate her biggest busy trap. From the outside, Nancy was living this storybook life. An amazing career, loving family. She traveled the world for work. But on the inside, she was stressed. She was overwhelmed, and she was in a deep state of time poverty. So when her daughter asked her to coach her soccer team, immediately she thought, I can't do this. But then she realized it was something she wanted to do. So she said yes and leaned into the power of subtraction. And in particular, she focused on her biggest busy trap, her email rabbit hole. Ding, 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 ding. You've got mail all day long. She was distracted. So instead of checking email every hour, Nancy decided she would only check it twice. And after changing some habits, she found 5 additional hours in her work week. What would you do if you had 5 additional hours in your work week? Nancy had a blast coaching her daughter. She had so much fun, but she also had extra hours to be more strategic at work. Subtraction is the power of eliminating low value activities so you have time for what's important. Step 2 in the busy busting process is my favorite step in the process because it's about creating intentional acts of joy. I call them happiness rituals. We tend to think that happiness, it's a destination. It's a thing. I'm going to be happy when I get a promotion. I'm going to be happy when I get to the weekend. I'm going to be happy when I'm finally in a relationship. But happiness, it's not a thing. It's not a destination. I will be happy when. Sometimes we don't have control over those things. Instead, it's a series of micro moments we create for ourselves with little or no resources. Every day at 11 a.m., no matter where in the world Peggy Sullivan is, I grab 3 pieces of dark chocolate. I unwrap them and I pop them into my mouth. And I savor each piece. Mmm. And at the end of 2 or 3 minutes, it's like pushing the reset button. Mojo making is about creating intentional acts of joy so you can have more energy and focus in your day, but also to have more fun. And who doesn't want more fun in their lives, right? Step number 3 in the busy busting process is values vibing. It's about being crystal clear on what's important to you and using your values as a compass for your decisions and for your actions. Randy, a dear friend of mine, used values vibing in the workplace, and it really turned out amazing for him. He was working one night late, and he realized he couldn't finish this project, so he pulled his whole team into the conference room, and there they sat in a windowless conference room for many, many hours until they realized there was a snowstorm out there. Nobody was going anywhere. You couldn't see 2 inches in front of yourself. So first Randy thought, this is great. We're going to get this project done. Yay. But then he looked around the room and he realized he wasn't connecting with his team. His relationships had become so transactional. He decided to change everything right then and there and focus on building more meaningful relationships with his team. And after that night, he got to know them a lot more. And within a couple of months, he noticed how well his team was working and how it elevated their engagement as well as their performance. Values vibing is about aligning your decisions with your actions. We make better decisions when our values are involved. It's time to choose meaning over mayhem. Busyness, it rarely guarantees success. It's actually quite the opposite. Busyness is a thief that steals everything important. The truth is, when we do less with focus and intent, we can achieve so much more. We can be so much more. There is a big, beautiful world waiting for each and every one of us when we go beyond busy. Thank you for letting me share the truth about busyness.